Hi, good morning, everyone, my lovely followers. So, I am happy, and you ought to be happy too. You know why? Today is the 30th day of December 2024. Oh my god, we're able to see the ending of 2024 and definitely walk crossover to see 2025. We have less than 48 hours to go. So, okay, today let's go to the main business of today. Today I am here to talk about New Year resolution. Yeah, okay, we are heading to a new year, and every year there's this thing we do, this New Year resolution we do where we write down things we don't want to see in the following year, things we don't want to cross over with to the following year, and also people we don't want to be a part of our life in the following year. Okay, and also there's a part two of it where we write down things we want to see, things we want to cross over with, and people we want to cross over and want to spend the following year with, the new year with. So now I'll be merging these two things together. First, let's talk about the things we don't want to see in the following year, and why is it that most of us go back to our old ways. Well, I feel most of all because most of the times the beginning of the year, the first few weeks will be like, no, these things I won't go back to it. I won't. Maybe if it's an addiction, if it's a certain group of people or friend zone we were in and we don't want to, if it's maybe clubbing, smoking, drinking, and at times before it gets to February, March, you see yourself going back to it. Why does it happen this way? Where I would say is discipline matters a lot. Yeah, discipline matters a lot in certain ways. For instance, it takes a lot for somebody to leave his or her old habit and go into a new one. You have to be disciplined, like really determined that okay, I am not going to go back to this. I am not going to go to this person. I am not going to be friends with this group of persons. I'm not going to go back to my old ways. That is number one. Number two, you see, when I was talking about discipline, determination came in. Yeah, determination and discipline works hand in hand together. If you're disciplined that I'm not going to do, you have to be determined. You have to make up your mind that yes, indeed, I am not going to go back into this old ways. I'm not going to do the setting, behave in the certain pattern of ways, and you see it happens. So let's also go to real discipline, determination, and it takes consistency. You have to be consistent, like okay, really I am going to change, I am going to amend and work towards it, work hand in hand with. And thirdly, okay, I think consistency is the third way, and fourthly is prayers do a lot. Prayers work, it goes a long way. Yeah, you have to add prayer into everything, because everything you do, you have to add the God factor into it. So you have to add prayer into it. You have to pray, Lord, I don't want to, because if it's an addiction, it takes a lot for you to get out, break out of an addiction. So you have to pray consistently. You have to pray, Lord, I don't want this particular thing in my life. Lord, I don't. That's why when you're crossing over to a new year, we all cross over. Not all, most of us, most people cross over in church. So when you're crossing over the new year, your pastor always brings up prayer. There's always prayer to cross over the year with, prayer to end the year and cross over a new year with. So also the following year, as you've made this new year resolution, you need to pray. You need to be consistent. Pray, because even the Bible tells us, pray without ceasing. Pray, you have to pray. Yeah, this life, the life we find ourselves is really, I don't want to go into that. Maybe in my next episode or the one after it, I will go. But right now, what I'm here to do, talk about, is New Year resolution. So just pray hard, pray without ceasing, pray fervently, and you see yourself, because God always answers. He always answers prayers. So if you're praying, you break out of that particular habit, character you don't want to see yourself, find yourself in the following year. And also any group of people, friend zone you don't want to see yourself in that following year, you see it will be answered. Okay, let's go into the part two. What I've talked about is what I don't want to cross over with, and what I don't want to find myself doing in the new year. The part two is what I want to cross over with in the new year, what I want to find myself doing this new year. So the factors I've mentioned uh earlier, the factors I mentioned earlier also works for this part two. Like you need um you need uh determination, you need um uh you need determination, you need courage, consistency, you need prayer, and you need discipline for it to also reflect on what you want to see this new year. So what I want to see this new year, what I want to experience, to write it down. It is more like writing down a goal. Okay, I want certain things, I want to achieve certain things at a particular age, at a particular time, and you work towards it and you see it come into manifestation. And if you want to break out into, you want to create maybe a new friend zone, or you want to be by yourself, it also requires these factors I have mentioned. And you see, if you put in all these things I have mentioned, and there are lots more, I just pointed out the key factors. There are lots more, but if you put in these key factors and maybe the others I did not mention, then you can also bring out yourself. You see, your new year resolution, your new year will come to manifestation. You won't see yourself going back to your old ways. And the new year resolution, you're written that, okay, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to cross over with this new year. You see all of them coming into manifestation, and you see your new year being wonderful, and you'll be like, oh wow, this year it really manifested, it really happened, it really worked out. And it wasn't like the previous years where I write down a new year resolution and I go back to my old ways. Oh wow, just try it and you'll see it happen. So today I just want to wish you all happy new year. Happy 2025. See you at the other end. Okay, happy new year in advance, my flares, my lovers, my subscribers. I wish you all the best, and I pray your new year resolution and mine come into manifestation this new year, and we don't go into our old ways. Love you all. Stay tuned for more. Bye.